movie rating system, my new movie rating system. Please, if you like this video, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and share if you like this content that you're about to receive. Now, this video is inspired by two YouTubers who commented on the Marvels reviews that I put up on this channel. Okay, I did one with spoilers and one without spoilers. And the first YouTuber commented because I was pausing and stammering for words and stuff, and they said you should write down what you're going to say before. If you're not making the video for yourself, if you're making it, if you want other people to watch it, you should write down what you're going to say so there's not less pausing and stuff between your words. And I definitely agree with that, and I thank him for that criticism, and I took it to heart, and I started to do that right going forward. I'm going to be writing down what I'm going to say, especially if it's not an off-the-cuff type of thing. Now, the second YouTuber who commented on my video, because I gave the Marvels a 7 out of 10, which is way too high, and I was using a system basically of 1 to 10, which is way it's too wacky. I don't think I ever gave any movie anything below like a 5 or anything. So I thought that the system that I use, the 1 to 10 rating is just way too off. So I decided, I was like, so let me come up with a different system. What can I use? Should I use letters, or should I use numbers, or should I use smaller numbers? Because I was using a system between 1 and 10 before. Maybe I should use 1 to 5, or should I use a 5-star rating, or should I, again, use letters? And I came up with inspired by Leonard Maltin. He's a film critic, for people that don't know who he is. And he had a book. I remember. I think he still has editions that comes out every year. I have to Google it and look it up and see if he made one recently, because it's been a while since I purchased one of those books. But I used to buy his reviews. He had a book that was about this thick, about I think like 500 pages, 600 pages with just reviews from like tons of movies. And I think I had it broken down into category. But what his system was a system of stars, a system of 4 stars all the way down to 1 star. Okay, and he had nice reviews, who was in the movie and what he thought of it, and it was nice and concise. And I think sometimes it had pictures in it, and it was really good. And I remember, I think I bought that book for for a couple of years until I kind of lost track of it. But I think that is a good system to use, the stars. Okay, the 4-star system. Okay, and I wrote it down. And I'm going to let you know what I think. 4 stars to me is a near perfect movie, excellent movie, superb. Just a joy to watch, okay? And you want to watch it over and over. An instant classic, in my opinion. Okay, a 3-star movie is a good movie. It's enjoyable. It may have a little flaws in it, but it's still a good movie. You definitely want to watch it, and you definitely would recommend it to a friend to watch. Now, a 2-star movie would be a fair movie, an okay movie. A movie, that maybe it has a couple of flaws in it, and it's not overly memorable, but it was okay. You watch it and you say, okay, this wasn't a total waste of time. It was a fair movie. It wasn't nothing to write home about, no instant classic, but it was fair. Okay, now a 1-star movie would be a poor movie, a movie that's really horrible. It has a lot of flaws in it, and maybe even shouldn't have been made, or just overall a horrible movie. Okay, whether it's acting, directing, whatever, but it definitely just ruins the movie. Okay, so I also pulled some movies from my collection right here to let you know what I think of and you can let me know in the comments if you agree with these movies. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies that I think run the gamut of my new 4-star movie rating system. Okay, the first movie is a movie directed by William Friedkin, The Exorcist, and this is To Live and Die in L.A. William Peterson, a young William Peterson, is in this. William Dafoe, okay. John Turturro is in this, and Dean Stockwell, and it's basically about a determined cop, William Peterson, who's determined to catch William Dafoe, who's a drug dealer. Okay, this movie is just excellent. It has a great chase scene in this movie, and it's has twists and turns in this movie, and it's a really good movie. So I would give To Live and Die in L.A. a 3 stars, a really good movie, definitely enjoyable. Definitely recommend this to friends. Okay, so that's To Live and Die in L.A. Okay, now, the next movie I have in my collection is a really underrated movie, in my opinion, Copycat. This movie stars Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter. It's about a serial killer, okay? And it's really good. Harry Connick Jr. is in this as well, and Dermot Mulroney, and William McNamara is in this as well. It's a really underrated movie. It's a kind of a detective thriller involving the FBI and serial killers. And it is really, to me, it's so underrated. Sigourney Weaver is great in this. I love Holly Hunter. Harry Connick Jr. is just, to me, he gives a great performance in this. I would definitely give Copycat a really underrated movie, in my opinion. 3 stars. A really good movie. Okay? And like I said, some people may not, because it's the subject matter with the serial killer, they may get kind of squeamish watching it. But in my opinion, a really good movie. Definitely worth watching. Okay, the next movie is a Christopher Nolan movie. Okay, this is called The Prestige. This is like right after, I think, after The Dark Knight and stuff came out. No, I think, yeah. Hugh Jackman is in this. Scarlett Johansson, of course, Christian Bale, Michael Caine, David Bowie's in this. Really a great movie about a rivalry between these two magicians and stuff. And it's a really intense movie. It has twists and turns in it, and really great performance by Christian Bale in this. And Hugh Jackman, even in this, he was great in this. And this is Christopher Nolan at the height. He made a bunch of really great movies, one after the other, and this is one of them. Okay, The Prestige. I would give The Prestige 3 stars, maybe 3.5, because it's that good. Like I said, this is the type of movie that you want to watch twice to get all the twists and turns in it. So definitely, like I said, 3 stars, maybe 3.5. Okay. So this next movie, in my opinion, this is Thor: The Dark World, the second Thor movie. This movie I would give 2 stars to. It's a fair movie. It's an okay movie. The villain is not that great in this movie. Okay, it's like I said, it's an okay movie. The villain is not that memorable. Okay, and I guess if this movie didn't come out, we wouldn't have got Thor Ragnarok. Okay, because of this movie. That's the reason we got Thor Ragnarok, which is a far superior movie than this. Okay, just not a really good Thor movie, in my opinion. So definitely a 2-star movie, a fair movie, an okay movie, not a good movie, which it should, you kind of hope it would have been. Okay, and another fair movie, in my opinion, another 2-star movie, Iron Man 2. Okay, Mickey Rourke as Backlash, the villain in this. This wasn't that great a movie. Okay, they dumped. I think Don Cheadle took over for the actor who left. I forgot his name, Terrence Howard, who I think he wanted more money, and they just told him kick rocks, and they brought Don Cheadle in. But not a great villain in this. The only, like I said, kind of redeeming part of this, they introduced Scarlett Johansson in this as Black Widow. Okay, like I said, Mickey Rourke as Whiplash wasn't that great a villain too, which is, like I said, it's a good superhero movie. I like good superhero movies that have good villains in it. And Whiplash as a villain was not that great. Okay, so that's that. Now, a 4-star movie. I'm going to show you. This movie is a 4-star movie, in my opinion. And this is the type of movie that the Fantastic Four movie, if they ever make it, should be. And I'm talking about, of course, Disney Pixar's The Incredibles. Okay, a great story, great animation. Brad Bird did a fantastic job with this, with the characters, the acting. The story was great. The voice work was great. This movie, like I said, is near perfect. Okay. So this movie I would give 4 stars to. It's an excellent movie. Okay, a really good sequel came out of it, and I definitely would want to see a 3rd part of it if they ever make it. Okay, so Incredibles. Now, I was looking into my collection for a 1-star movie, a poor movie, a horrible movie, because I don't tend to buy movies that I don't like. Okay, but sometimes I'll buy a movie just because it's on sale, or if I like a particular character in the movie, even though the movie kind of blows. Okay, so in that case, the first movie that's going to get my poor rating or 1-star rating would be The Dark Tower. Okay, starring Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. And the only reason I went to see this movie is because of Idris Elba. Okay, because I love him and I like Matthew McConaughey too. But this is based on the Stephen King novel, and it definitely the book. I know there's a series of books I think based on his character. And this is a movie that shouldn't have been made. It should have been made into a miniseries because of the complex nature of the story. It should have been made into a miniseries, and it wasn't. And they made it into a movie that cut out a lot of parts to the book, according to reviews. I read reviews at the time, and they said and a lot of people agree with it, and I agree with it because this movie is like incomplete, and a lot of stuff they cut out of the movie, or couldn't make this movie. This movie would have to have been 6 hours, or 6 or 8 hours. That's why they should have made it a miniseries. So that's why this movie bombed. And unfortunately, because they try to work around the story to make it fit into a movie, and it just didn't work. This deserved to be a mini series, and maybe one day they will make it a mini series. And I think they probably will, because people love Stephen King's novels and stuff. So I think eventually they'll make it a mini series like it should have been. And next but not least, okay, is Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes starring Mark Wahlberg. Now, I love Tim Burton movies for the most part. I love his quirky style, love everything about this, but this movie stars Mark Wahlberg, who's not the greatest actor to begin with, and Tim Roth is in this. I think Michael Clark Duncan, the late Mike Clark Duncan, who's in this, who died, I think shortly thereafter. And they tried to make a different version of the Planet of the Apes, and it just didn't work. Okay, the costumes looked horrible to me, and they tried to throw in a twist at the end, which just didn't work at all. And thankfully, I guess if we didn't get this movie, we wouldn't have got the later movies, the other 3 movies that came out, and of course the 4th movie is coming out now, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, but I guess we had to get this crap before we got that movie, the trilogy, or I guess it's going to be I was going to say a 4G, but no, the 4 movies that are coming out, because I love the original Planet of the Apes movies, the ones with Roddy McDowall and Andy Serkis. The ones with Andy Serkis came after this. Okay, those 3, and those were excellent movies. Okay, so I guess we had to get this crap to get those movies. So in a way, just like some people say, we had to get I guess Batman and Robin to get Batman Begins and in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. So I think the same thing in this case. Just to really, the story was not good, and the twist they tried to throw in there at the end just didn't work. So I definitely get this a 1-star movie. Okay, so those are my choices. Okay, and my new rating system going forward. And again, please, if you like this video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. Okay, and share this video if you like it. Anyway, so this is my new rating system going forward. Okay, it's going to be, again, like I said, 4 stars. That's the rating system. 4 for excellent, 3 for good, 2 for fair, and 1 for poor. Okay, that's what I'm going to do going forward, and hopefully that'll work out. And just for an FYI, the Marvels movies, the Marvels, the movie that came out last week, I would have gave that, if I was doing my new rating system, I would give it 2 stars. Okay, just fair. Okay, they had a lot of flaws in it and stuff. Weak villain. Okay, just fair. It would have got 2 stars, not 7 out of 10. I was totally wrong with that, and I definitely admit it. And thank those 2 YouTubers for giving me the constructive criticism, and I take it to heart. Anyway, links to my social media are in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. We check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Okay, my Patreon's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, unedited content on there, like Marvel shows, DC shows, movies, and much, much more. Follow link down below to check it out. Also, please, again, give this video a like. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.